Hey everyone! Hope you're having an awesome day. Today I wanted to show you how to make a delicious, easy dessert that's gluten-free and also vegan. Today I'm going to make the Chocolaty Temptation Cupcakes from Epicure. They are super delicious, super moist, and as I mentioned, gluten-free like everything else available from Epicure. It's super affordable and you would never know that it's gluten-free. So we're gonna make the Chocolaty Temptation Cupcakes, as I mentioned, and they are incredibly easy to make. So I'm just gonna use my Prep Pro scissors here. And what the instructions say are to mix. So I'm going to use my 4-cup prep bowl, which if you haven't seen them before, come with awesome silicone lids. I have several of them. They're dishwasher safe. They're great for leftovers, puddings, that sort of thing, and they stack easily in the fridge. We're not going to use the lid, of course. I'm going to pop in my mix. And today we're going to make 12 cupcakes, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to make them. And it's only going to take 3 minutes. Yeah, you heard that right, 3 minutes. So I've emptied the mix into the bowl, and then we're gonna mix in 1 cup of nut milk. I'm gonna use cashew milk because that's what I get around, and it's my favorite. So I'm gonna use my 1 cup prep bowl. They come in a pack of 4, and they also have these awesome silicone lids. So here is my 1 cup. They have other measurements on them as well, 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup, 3/4 cup. It really does make prep easy, and that's where I usually store all of my dips in that as well. So I'm gonna give that a stir. And then once we have that mixed in, we're also gonna add a 1/3 cup of oil and a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Don't worry, you won't taste the vinegar. It's used as a leavening agent in vegan baking quite often. But like I said, I promise you won't taste the vinegar. So I've given that a little bit of a stir here. I think we'll go ahead now, because we need a little more liquid, and add our oil. It's coming together really nicely already. Just a little bit on my finger. So I'm gonna do a 1/3 cup of oil, and you can use really whatever kind of oil you'd like. I typically like to use avocado oil in my cooking and baking. It just seems to be the most versatile. But if you like to keep different oils around for different types of things, you can also do that as well. Canola works fairly well for baking, even vegetable oil. I just prefer to use avocado. And I think I might, so I'm just using my spatula as well, my Epicure spatula. We have a fantastic utensil set, very affordable. All our utensils, our silicone utensils, come in a set. They're all steel core and covered in silicone. So they're very high quality, and I use them daily. They're dishwasher safe and fabulous. So we've got the oil mixed in there now as well. And I'm gonna add my teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And then get that mixed in. I'm gonna use my 4-in-1 spice spoon. Why do they call it a 4-in-1 spice spoon? Well, it replaces 4 spoons in your drawer. I have several of them. So it does a tablespoon, a teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon, and also a 1/4 teaspoon. So they're fabulous to have around. Like I said, I have several just because I like to use them all the time. And my teaspoon is right there of apple cider vinegar. And like I said, you won't taste it once it's cooked. And it will help your cupcakes to rise. So this mixture here is going to make 12 cupcakes. And as I mentioned, it's only going to take really 2.5 minutes. And we're going to cook them in the microwave in our muffin molds. So that's all mixed in. I haven't made these in a while and they are so good. It's really hard to believe they're gluten-free and vegan at that. So it looks really well mixed. It's got a beautiful consistency, and I think we're ready to put them in the molds. So I'll start with 6 and I'll do the other 6 after. Get rid of this milk so I don't knock it over. Now, our silicone muffin molds come in a pack of 2, just like this, okay? Yes, you can use them in the oven. They are oven safe to 450, so you don't have to worry about that. But I just love the ease and the quickness of the microwave. And it is completely safe, of course. If you're looking for information about microwave cooking, I am happy to send that to you with studies from dietitians as well. So, with our silicone cookware, you do not have to oil them, but if you prefer to oil them, I'm going to show you how to do it correctly to save the integrity of your silicone cookware and warranty. So you're just going to take a little bit of oil, pop it in one of your prep bowls or whatever, and use one of these basting brushes and just go around. You can also put a dip of it in the mold itself and use the basting brush to go around as well. Now typically I don't oil these. However, no Raylan, please. So typically I don't oil them, but I wanted to show you how to do it if you were going to do it correctly. Do not use spray oil in your silicone cookware. It will void the warranty. It is not good for it. But that's all. If you really want to oil it, that's what you do. So I'm going to just take a scoop. And this is not Epicure. This is just a cookie scoop by OXO. But I also have a friend that sells another cookware company's stuff. So if you're really looking for one of these, let me know and I can send you her way. I just find it makes baking super easy. That's it. So I have my 6 cupcakes ready to go. I'm gonna pop them in the microwave for 2.5 minutes. So I'll be right back.
Because we all deserve to stand for nothing less. Our achievements would be nothing less than incredible.
All right, so my cupcakes are now in the microwave for 2.5 minutes. I'll do the other 6 after. So that's it. Now you could do them in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 17-18 minutes. So you can of course use it in the oven as well. What I would suggest doing if you were going to put it in the oven would be to use our sheet pan, either with or without the liner, but I always store them with the liner on it, and it makes for really easy cleanup. So you can fit 2 right on the pan really easily, and it just gives it stability so that you're not putting it in the oven and trying to pull it out. They get really hot, right? So use a sheet pan. It'll make cleanup easy, and it'll make the process even easier as well. So these are actually our cooling racks. They're fantastic, and again, super affordable. They fit either 1 to 1/4 sheet pan, which I don't have one handy here. I have a liner handy though. So our sheet pan would be 1/4, so the same size, and these fit right on there. So if you don't have an air fryer, they work similar to that in the oven. So really inexpensive way to get that crispy cooking. I can already smell those cupcakes, but 2 will fit on the full sheet pan as well. So once the muffins or the cupcakes are done and they're cooled, and if you want to ice them, here's what you can do. You can either pick up our chocolate fudge sauce or our caramel sauce. Both make fabulous icings. And although the recipe isn't on the back of these, I have tried, tested, and it does work. You take 1 cup of whipping cream and the contents of the package whip it up and you can use it as icing immediately. It tastes fantastic. It's really light, it's really airy, and you can even have your cupcakes. You know, you can make your cupcakes before dinner, ice them right before you serve them, and away you go. So yeah, they're super, super delicious. You can't go wrong with either. You could also grab our Tutti Frutti or Cocoa Crunch topper and get even more fancy. So I'm gonna grab our cupcakes because our first round is done. Literally 2.5 minutes. The nice thing about doing it this way as well is if they weren't done, I could just pop them back in. But I think they are. And I'm just gonna show you how easy they are to pop out. I honestly, it just pops right out. So that's why I love silicone cookware. It's just so easy to clean, easy to work with. They are very, very hot. So what you can just do is take your cooling rack. You can see I'm handling the silicone pretty well without any sort of gloves or anything. I personally find that anything under 5 minutes in my microwave, I can handle. After that, if I'm cooking something for longer, then I need something to hold on to. But that's it, they popped right out. So I could really, in theory, use this right away again. But I have another one, so I'll probably go ahead and use that one for my other 6. But they are very hot, but I'm gonna cut one in half for you to see. It's my pro paring knife. Sorry. Well, that's just life. My kid's walking in and out of my videos all the time. So I'm just gonna cut one open. You will not get one. Go that way, please. And the only reason I would let him in my video, but he's not dressed. So I'm just gonna cut that open to show you. And there you go. It is perfectly cooked, 2.5 minutes, super moist, you can see, right? And so delicious. And like I said, it's vegan and it's gluten-free. And you normally don't get that really nice, spongy, moist taste with gluten-free baking. So I'm a huge fan of this one. So good. And like I said, you don't taste the vinegar at all whatsoever. I think I'll eat the rest of that one. So I'm gonna make my other 6. I'm gonna give my kids one each. And then you could freeze the rest if you don't want to eat all 12, like me. Maybe pop them in the kids' lunches as a nice treat. You could also use our mini loaf pans, our cake pan, or our perfect petites. You could use that as well to make little individual size portions for the kids' lunches or anything. So there you have it. If you have any questions about any of the products you saw today, let me know. Send me a message. And I'm happy to help. Have a really awesome day, everyone, and thanks for watching.